Hi there, neighbor. I see you done came in here when I didn't expect you. Will versus that human will. That boy's on the road. Ain't a goddamn it. Alright, I want to talk to you a little bit about what we like to call breathing. I know everybody thinks that they're breathing, but you know, when it comes to breath, you need to really get, in case you weren't expecting that energy. When it comes to breath, honestly, goodbye hat. Oh, my hair. When it comes to breathing, I want to let you guys know that maybe you need to breathe a little more consciously. What does he mean? Conscious breathing. I want to bring this to you because one, breath, that air, that life force energy. You breathe in chi, you breathe in prana, that natural stuff that's in the air. Because there's always energy around us, and we are energy. So as we inhale, fill your lungs with the energy. You take that energy and it infuses into your blood cells. Your blood cells infuse it into your muscles, into your being, into your whole essence. So basically what I'm saying is by taking breaths consciously, deeply, holding it, and then releasing slowly, you allow your body to become less tense. You decrease anxiety. You increase energy because the more oxygen that's usually in your blood, the more oxygen is usually in your muscles, they don't get as fatigued as easily. You feel a lot better. Trust. On top of that, when you're doing this, do it in nature. Best place to do it. Let the trees feed you. You by the water? Let the rivers flow. Let that energy flow into you. Let it. Because it's here for us. But I wanted to say this is a PSA. Yes, a public service announcement on breathing. You need to breathe. Alright? Alright? So, these people still learning how to drive. You practice on the road. Practice on the road. Okay. But yes, as I continue on my rant on breathing, I wanted to bring up some of my favorite animes. You guys know I am an anime junkie. A good friend of mine, he has a podcast, he has a good YouTube service going on, as well as I got a couple of good friends doing stuff, but like the one that recommended JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to me, I'll post his thing down in the description. Check him out. He also does podcasts on video games, different shows with his friends, and they're actually pretty amusing to watch. So check them out. But big shout out, James. When it comes to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the first two iterations starts off with Jonathan. And Jonathan, a regular old British chap, is taking his life to the next level to defeat his rival in life, who came from the bottom, and he's on the top now, living with the rich folks. He ends up becoming a vampire. Spoiler alert. So, as this vampirification happens, which he does to honestly destroy Jonathan, because, you know, Jonathan is one of those types of people where when you knock them down, they get back up and fight harder. Jonathan then learns how to do Hamon. Hamon is a special technique in the show where, through the utilization of breath, you gain this intense energy and heat that's like the sun, that when you're using it for combat, it's not just good for your body and your overall health. Your blows impact anybody who is a vampire or a ghoul, which is somebody who's been changed from a vampire. It's like boosh, like they just got hit by the sun, so they start to disintegrate and melt. So I was like, seeing that, I was like, oh, that's amazing. It made me think of what I also love to talk about, Qigong, where that's a moving meditation, but a lot of that is just a focus on energy and breath and how your body is moving. Kind of like, Tai Chi as well. So I would say go check out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for the first 2 seasons. very entertaining. Focuses on Hamon before it gets into the stand using, which is what happens in iteration 3. It's following the Joestar family line, so each new season's gonna follow a different Joe. So first one, Jonathan, my favorite, not gonna lie. Joseph, close second. Josuke is cool. That's the third one, but that's aside from the point. Another anime I thought was very brilliant with the breath. Shows you how much breath control is extremely important. Is Demonslayer, and everybody's hopping on that. Like when you see him, I started doing that one day. You really get a blast of energy when you're taking such a deep breath that just swells the oxygen levels in your lungs, so it can spread through your body. It's like, whoa! Like I do it at work from time to time when I really need that little. When he's using like his sword techniques. Come on, watch that show specifically for the breath technique when he's learning how to fight with the sword and how to slice through a boulder. It's just, I love that they put these type of things in the show because it honestly shows a more exaggerated level of when you're able to properly breathe, you can think and you're stronger. And you're not as nervous, so anxiety is low. So you can handle situations the way you need to, whether you needed that extra strength, whether you needed, like for me sometimes when you're breathing, it's just like time slows down, whether you need that type of mental establishment to just be able to deliberate something without really having like the jitters of thinking you're gonna mess up. You feel me? So go check that out. Check out Demonslayer. It's amazing. Check out JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Season 1. I want to go in depth and just break down those shows and actually just go through breathing techniques with you guys in a more developed episode. But right now I'm just like, breathing. I just wanted to bring up breathing to you guys. I know everybody's not on breathing. I know for me, my background, why I've really gotten into breath was because I grew up with like very terrible asthma. So I lost my asthma pump a lot. So I really had to learn how to breathe without it. To one, get your mind to a level of just zenness, just patience with yourself and how your body is responding to not be able to breathe consciously as deeply as you would care to. And I learned a lot of different breathing techniques. One of them is like the bag technique. That one's a classic. But for me, it was mind control. There is a physical effect when your lungs, when you're suffering from asthma, because you're not able to like just absorb it as you want. But to be able to tell your mind to keep your mind patient and calm rather than panicking is actually going to help you more. So even if you have to take more shallow breaths, just do them slow. At least for me in the past, it really helps. So let's do a little bit of breathing. I want to push breathing because I know anxiety has been very high. Tension has been high for all of us with all the things that have been going on. So let's do a little breathing together. Okay, you ready? All right, let's get it. So you're gonna breathe in through your nose. Hold it for a good 3 seconds. And always exhale through your mouth. When it comes to breath, it gets so deep. Certain sounds can affect certain organs in your body. So if you're exhaling, you're like, it's going to affect a certain organ. If you're going, it's going to affect another organ. Your body's almost like a fine-tuned instrument, which is very interesting to me. So when you're making different sounds with your breath as you're exhaling, and depending on how you're holding and exhaling, the pattern in which you do it, like the rhythm in which you are breathing, it's always going to change your effect. Like if you're hyperventilating, if you notice that, you kind of get energy because it kind of puts you in a fight or flight state. Or if you're going, taking deep breaths, more mindful breaths, you're going to know it's going to put you into a more relaxed state of being. Controlled breath is amazing. But I definitely wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. I want to say I love you. Definitely go check out those 2 animes. This is Will versus That Human Will. That's right, williamkhumphrey. I want to say I love you. Check me out on IG. My link tree is in the description to all the stuff I'm doing. Cypher Academy. I'm sorry I haven't been updating as much. My headphones that I like to use to record and post things are out of commission, so I need to get some new ones. I had got some cheaper pair, and I broke those in like a couple days, so I need to actually get some legitimate ones again, like when I was using my Beats. So sorry about that, but definitely check out my link tree. Everything's there. Check me out on IG. That's where I post the most. Go for the motivation, spirituality, the cartoon memes. I just want you guys to have a beautiful day, and I want to say, as we all come together to defeat the true evil, the true disease of this world, ignorance, I want to say thank you for watching. I want to thank your ancestors. I want to thank your spiritual team, like your guardians, your angels, whatever is messing with you, the energies that are around you, surrounding you, protecting you. I want to say thank you, and I want to thank mine as well. Have a blessed day. Be easy. Yeah, it's Will versus.